Stop scrolling for 15 seconds. Right now, you have 847 Instagram followers, 1,200 Facebook friends, and 34 unread messages. You're more connected than any human in history. So why, at 3 a.m. when your anxiety is crushing your chest, is there nobody you can call? Why does a generation with infinite connection feel infinitely alone? This is the loneliness epidemic, and it's killing us faster than we're willing to admit. We're living through something unprecedented. Loneliness has been declared a public health crisis in multiple countries. The UK appointed a minister of loneliness. Japan has an epidemic of kodokushi, people dying alone in apartments, bodies undiscovered for weeks. In the US, loneliness increases mortality risk by 26%, equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. We're dying from isolation while surrounded by billions of digital connections. How did we get here? Let's be honest about what happened. We replaced intimacy with metrics. Friendship became follower counts. Conversation became comment threads. Presence became double taps. We confused availability with connection. You can message 500 people instantly, but can you sit in silence with one? Social media promised community and delivered performance. Every post is curated. Every story is edited. Every moment is optimized for engagement. We don't share our lives anymore. We brand them. Depression, anxiety, loneliness. Hide it. Nobody wants to see that. The algorithm doesn't reward vulnerability. It rewards the highlight reel. So we perform happiness while rotting inside. Studies show the average person has fewer close friends than any generation before. In 1985, people reported having 3 close confidants. By 2004, the most common answer was 0. We have thousands of connections and nobody who actually knows us. But here's what's darker. We've lost the ability to form deep bonds. Friendship requires time, boredom, repetition, shared mundane experiences. You can't build intimacy in optimized 15-minute coffee catch-ups between meetings. Real friendship is inefficient. It's long, pointless conversations. It's showing up when it's inconvenient. It's being physically present without your phone. Modern life has eliminated all of that. We've also eliminated the third places. Not home, not work, the third place. Cafes where you're a regular. Community centers, churches, bowling leagues. Places where you'd accidentally run into the same people repeatedly until strangers became friends. Now, we order coffee on an app, pick it up without speaking, work from home alone, watch Netflix alone, scroll alone. We've architected loneliness into our infrastructure. Cities designed for cars, not people. Apartments with soundproof walls where you don't know your neighbor's name. Delivery apps so you never need to leave. We've created maximum efficiency and minimum human contact. And nobody talks about this, but modern life has no clear milestones anymore. Previous generations had a script: graduate, get married, buy a house, have kids, retire. Markers of progress, community rituals, shared life stages that connected you to others going through the same thing. Everything is optional, everything is delayed, everything is individualized. You're 35, single, renting, no kids, freelancing. Is that success or failure? Nobody knows. There's no script, no milestones, no community of people in your exact situation because everyone's situation is unique. So you're isolated in your specific configuration of life choices. We're also the first generation where friendships have expiration dates built in. You meet someone, become close, then one person moves cities for a job. You promise to stay in touch, but you don't. Long-term friendships require long-term proximity. We don't have that anymore. And let's talk about the brutal truth. Some of you are reading this alone in your apartment right now, and you can't remember the last time someone touched you. Not sexually, just touched. A hug, a hand on your shoulder. Physical affection. Humans are tactile creatures. We need touch. We're living through a touch famine. Skin hunger. It's real, it's measurable, and it's everywhere. Here's the philosophical crisis. If a tree falls in a forest and nobody else around to hear it, does it make a sound? If you experience something and don't post it, did it happen? We've externalized validation so completely that our internal sense of self is gone. You don't know if your life is good until the likes confirm it. You've outsourced your identity to an audience that doesn't actually know you. So what happens? 3 possible futures. Future 1, it gets worse. AI companions become mainstream. Replica character AI. Virtual girlfriends. Chatbot therapists. We stop even trying with real humans. Loneliness becomes permanent. but we have technological substitutes that feel good enough. We die alone, but comfortably. Future 2. The pendulum swings. People wake up, delete apps, move to small towns, rebuild communities, farmers markets, local gatherings, intentional proximity. A loneliness backlash. Return to analog connection. It's already starting in some circles. Future 3. Bifurcation. Some people connect deeply, others disappear into digital isolation. Society splits between those who figured out how to build real relationships and those who gave up and chose the simulation. 2 humanities. Here's what haunts me. We know what the problem is. Every single person watching this has felt it. That deep ache. That 3 a.m. moment where you realize you're surrounded by people but utterly alone. We know, and we're not fixing it. Why? Because fixing it requires the thing modern life has trained us to avoid: discomfort. Reaching out feels vulnerable. Showing up feels risky. Being present feels inefficient. So we don't. We swipe instead. We scroll instead. We text instead of call. We like instead of love. We watch other people live instead of living ourselves. And the loneliness grows. But here's the thing nobody wants to hear. You're not going to fix this with another app, another productivity hack, another optimization. You fixed loneliness the old way. Show up, be boring together. Have long, inefficient conversations. Touch grass, touch people. Call someone, not text call. Better yet, show up at their door. Risk the discomfort, because here's the brutal reality. You're going to die. And when you're dying, you won't wish you had more followers. You'll wish you had more people who knew your middle name. More nights where you laughed until you cried. More hands to hold. More faces that lit up when you walked in the room. Connection isn't a feature. It's the whole point. We built a world of infinite connection and zero intimacy. We're the loneliest generation in human history, and we did it to ourselves. So maybe the real crisis isn't that we're alone. It's that we know we're alone. We know how to fix it, and we're choosing the screen anyway. Is this evolution or extinction? I don't have the answer. But I know this: loneliness isn't a bug of modern life. It's a feature. And unless we actively fight it, we're all going to die surrounded by notifications from people who never actually knew us. The question is, are you going to do something about it, or just share this video and go back to scrolling?